This is my third attempt at recording this video, but this is the aftermath of my Kill Tony set. But before that, after it came out, I went to a Green Day concert in Austin, and yeah, here's a clip of that. They're the greatest band of all time.
Something unpredictable, but in the end is right. I helped you at the time of your life.
Shit, gonna splice this in. I got on the mothership too. In the past few weeks, I got on last Monday, and I would say 7.5. Got a lot of good pops. The one joke, I did a joke that I took a risk and it didn't work. It's worked a lot before. It just didn't work this night, but then I riffed on it, and that riff got a good laugh. So yeah, 7.5. I would say the third time has been my favorite. It's been 3, 1, 4, 2 if I had to rank the mothership appearances at the open mics. But for any comics that are going to come to Austin now, the Sunday open mic at the mothership is no longer. It's only on Mondays from here on out. I don't know how long that's going to last, but don't plan your Sundays around the open mic now. This will be at the end of the video, so you either saw that or you didn't. Fuck it. I think that's all I wanted to talk about. What's up, Twitter world? It's the White OJ, Paleface Killer Whale. Don't mind my shitty bedroom, but I figured it's been a couple weeks since my Kill Tony appearance dropped. Kill Tony 679 with Matt Rife. Don't mind my shitty bedroom. But yeah, before you start this, like and subscribe. I figured I would talk about the aftermath of the few weeks after being on Kill Tony. Go watch my appearance on the Blind Mike Geary podcast, Blind Mike. Like and subscribe to him and DJ Electra and everyone else in the Blind Mike family. Definitely my favorite appearance so far. Felt the most comfortable during that. But yeah, we talked about it for like the first 45, 50 minutes, I think. So go check that out. And yeah, like and subscribe. You can go watch if you haven't seen the set yet, it's obviously on my YouTube. Go watch the set, and I have the set and full interview. But I feel good about the set. I do. I don't. My only regret, my only Monday morning quarterbacking is, bringing up Ben. But that's what you do when you're a comic. You live in the moment. You make last minute decisions. But that's my only regret, if even at all a regret. A lot of people say that they've go watch the Blind Mike episode that I was on. But yeah, I think that's the only thing that I have to even I was so beside myself being on Kill Tony, just even getting my name pulled, just the whole experience. So yeah, that's my only regret, is bringing Ben up during my set in the interview. But I was nervous, like I said, most nervous I've ever been. But I feel good about my jokes. The crowd definitely didn't want to like me after I brought Ben up, and they erupted. But like I told Blind Mike, when Ben rapped, if you go back and watch the full episode, Ben raps and gets a huge pop from the crowd. Like, they go fucking bananas. I was standing behind the stage. I could feel that pop. Like, I could feel it. And I'm like, I have to address this. There's no way I can't not address this. Looking back now, I wish I would have been like, damn, I wish I could rap, but Monday morning quarterbacking, I was the most nervous I've ever been before any set, obviously. Yeah, I think that was definitely the most nervous I've ever been before a set. But yeah, so I feel good about the 3 jokes that I did. The crowd definitely didn't want to like me at first, but they came around. And yeah, that first joke that I do, the Blue Chew boner pill joke, that's normally like that's my opening joke. I'm just gonna, if you're gonna come see me, you're gonna hear that joke. So, shit. Maybe I'll think of a better one, but right now, that joke normally, obviously, if I didn't, address Ben, I think it maybe would have went differently, but that joke normally gets 3 or 4 laughs in the 30, about 25, 30 seconds that it's of the joke that it is. So that's, a great start to any set, is getting 3 or 4 laughs right off the bat. And then, of course, the punchline or the big pop at the end of the joke, normally goes better, but the crowd didn't want to like me, but then they did. And then, the doctor, optometrist, and then the closing redneck bit that I've been getting love for on social media that I had posted before, saying that it was if you go to my Instagram, shameless plug, Austin Ingles Comedy, INGELS. If you go to my Instagram, I have it pinned. It's my favorite clip. It's my dad in the front row at one of my shows. I think it was the Apollo Theater in Peoria. He's in the front row and I tell that joke, and he had never heard it. Like, that's his first time hearing the joke. And I just love reactions like that. So, yeah, I appreciate all the love and hate that I've gotten on Reddit. There's like a subreddit like saying that I'm a piece of shit for addressing Ben, but some people defended me. I didn't read all of it. There's just a lot of people talking shit, but I have thick skin. I'm a comic, so a lot of people aren't built for it. But yeah, I shouldn't even say that, because I was fucking freaking out. I was definitely stressing out. I thought that it was 3 weeks after the set that it would come out, but it came out 2 weeks after I went up. So I did it on like August 19th, I think, and then it came out September 3rd. So yeah, I was stressing out, just like, because I was beyond nervous. So like, my nerves were controlling everything. Like, I don't even have a full, like, I left there. I remember the set going well, and timing the minute perfectly, because like right when my punchline hit, the cat went. So that was great that it timed out perfectly like that. And I just remember like Tony not really liking me. I think that I had it was, worse in my head than it was. But granted, I, put my foot in my mouth at the end saying that, oh, I saw you 3 years ago. But what I wanted to say to him was, my 3-year anniversary was right around that time. So like, I've just, hit my 3-year mark, which is crazy, because it feels like I've been doing it longer, because I do it every day and have been doing it every day for who knows how long now. The longest break I've taken is like 6 days, and that wasn't by choice. But what I was trying to say to him was, like, when we came to Austin for the first time around 3 years ago in August, we went to the Vulcan to see the Secret Show, and we took mushrooms. And when we went into Vulcan, I can only describe it as like a big hug. I just felt safe and comfortable. And that had only been like my 3rd or 4th comedy show that I'd seen, and definitely the first professional one. So, yeah, man, it was just a different feeling. And then we sat fucking front row, and our group got heckled the entire time, or picked on, not heckled. But yeah, so I meant to say that, but I was just so beside myself, and there's no way I could have told that whole story anyway at the end of the interview. But whatever, it's Kill Tony. Tony's a little bitch sometimes. I caught him in one of those shitty moods. So what can you do? But I fucking love Matt Rife. I'm a fan of Matt Rife now, forever, for him, being cool and saying I was funny and all that shit. Definitely helped that he was the guest on the episode, being a handsome fellow that he is. What a dreamy guy. Yeah, I was hoping that, because it has such pull in this town, that I'd be getting booked on more spots. But I did get booked on the Velveeta Room, so shout out to Matt Banwart for that, the oldest comedy club in Austin, and it was fucking sick. It was almost a full room. That's a real small room. But yeah, did a little guest spot there, had a good set there, so I was really happy about that. But yeah, that's been like my only really big, I think, booking. I'll be in Bloomington when I come home. I'll be home 11/13, I'll just say 11/14 through 12/3. I have like 7 shows lined up, and beginning at Bloomington 11/14. Once it gets closer, I'll plug all the dates and shit, but I just want to say that now. Shout out to Matt Miller. Him and I are cooking something up together. So if you're in the Bloomington, Peoria area, I'm trying to line something up at Jukebox, but I don't know if that's going to happen. So 11/14 for sure. Come to Bloomington if you're in the Champaign, Bloomington, Peoria area. I shouted out Peoria and said I was from Peoria, but before Tony let me finish, I was going to say I'm 45 minutes from Peoria, but yeah, whatever. Shout out to Galva and Kewaunee, my actual hometowns. But yeah, Peoria was where I did my first ever open mic at the Jukebox Comedy Club, and I did my first, out of the first 50 mics, over probably half of them were at the Jukebox. So it's always gonna hold, that's my fucking first, that's my baby. That popped my cherry. It took my virginity. Yeah, so as far as bookings go, that was the best one I've gotten so far. I think it's only gonna, keep coming bookings. Apparently getting the little joke book is a big deal in this town, like getting a big or small joke book, which is crazy because getting 4 or 5 laughs in my set and getting a small joke book is clear that Tony didn't like me, because I've watched people, and yeah, the interview was shit, and I'm not an interesting person as far as fucking cerebral palsy and all that other shit goes, so sounded like a hater. But yeah, I was just nervous, and I'm a fuckboy white boy, so of course Tony's not gonna like me, especially when Matt Rife's there. But yeah, like I said, I feel good about my set. I told, my timing wasn't what it normally is, but due to the circumstances, I definitely still delivered and didn't bomb. So that's the main thing. I didn't go up there and fucking bomb. The interview, I felt like I bombed it, but that's just because I hate public speaking, which is crazy. But I absolutely fucking hate public speaking if I'm not telling a joke, especially quick, short, punchy jokes. I only have like a few jokes that aren't I only have a few jokes that are longer than 30 seconds. So if that says anything about my sex life. Had a couple, gotten some followers on, gotten some subscribers on YouTube. Keep doing that. I've gotten some followers on Instagram and TikTok, I guess. A lot on Facebook and fucking shit for some reason, but that sounded intelligent. But it's crazy that a lot of these bots, and most of them are real, but I got a message from a real person, a real girl messaged me, a black lady, sweet black lady, and said that I could make her my slave and that I could be her master. So that's the wildest message I've gotten so far. If anybody wants to top that, she said that I could buy her at an auction and wouldn't have to pay. So I told her that I couldn't agree to these things legally on Instagram. I can't have those, but it was a beautiful gesture, to say the least. I loved it. Definitely the most flattering thing anybody's ever said to me, I think, at this point. She said that Hitler loves me and she does too, so that was cool. That's how she started the message. That was the first message I got from her. So Yeah, come see my stand-up act. I'm gonna have to turn that into a bit at some point. I already say zany shit about stuff like that. I have a KKK joke, and this actually happened. I told it at Maggie Mae's, and it got like a insane pop, and like people started cheering, and then a big fat white dude came up to me after the show, looked like the embodiment of Peter Griffin, and was like trying to tell me KKK jokes because he's from Tennessee, the town that the KKK was founded in, and was like going on and on. And finally, I'm just like, dude, I don't want to hear about this shit, and I just walked away from him. I'm like, you talk to me later, and I was like, please go away, and I said it politely, but yeah, insane. When you make ironic racist jokes, you got to be careful. So, yeah. Just been busy with shows. Maggie's renovated and moved to the little pub next door to the big stage, but the shows have been fucking killer because it's a tight, intimate spot. You can still seat about 25 people right there, so it's been, those shows have been killer. We have 2 nights at Peckerheads now, which is on 6th Street, and then on Thursdays we've been at the Speakeasy on Congress, and that's in the new cabaret room, and that's been fucking, and we've only done that once, but that room is, it's a brand new room, literally built for comedy. So was kind of, because I was stressing about Kill Tony, and like kind of getting, I'm gonna get hired back, I'm not sure when, and I'm, you know, I got another paycheck coming, supposedly getting a severance. I'm not holding my breath on that, so I'm gonna have to figure that out. So I was kind of stressing about that, but so I wasn't really writing the best. But I don't know, the last like week or so, probably got a new 3 minutes that's been killing, and then yeah, no, new 2 or 3, 2.5 ish, but like really love the jokes, and I think they're gonna fit into my set, like the, you know, as far as headlining set goes. So yeah, when I come home, I'm gonna have to fucking, or before I come home, I should say, definitely gonna have to try to get as many 15-minute and 20-minute spots as I can, because the longest I've done here is a couple 15-minute sets. But I do have one coming up, now that I say that, September 21st. This is coming out. It'll be, if you see this in the future, sorry, but if you see this within the next few days, September 21st in Jarrell, Texas, I'll be on a show. You'll see it on my, I'll throw it up, but you'll see it on my Instagram, Facebook, all that shit. Go follow and like. But yeah, I feel like I didn't say anything that I haven't talked about on Blind Mike and before that, you know. Nothing too crazy happened. Got some crazy messages. Got some followers. But yeah, got a lot of love back home, which was awesome. So yeah, hopefully all that generates into fucking people coming to shows when I'm back home. Definitely gonna post less jokes, because I don't want to burn through shit. So yeah, I don't know how often. I have fucking the second Dazed and Confused film locations. I just need to edit that up. That'll take, 10-15 minutes. So whenever I find the time to do that, I just am gonna have to maybe buckle down and look for another job a couple days a week, because if we start getting paid for these shows, that'll be good. Just need $100 to $125 a day I'm really only looking for 4 days a week, 4 nights a week, so whatever. But yeah, I'm rambling now. But yeah, if you've made it this far, I'm sorry. Like and subscribe, tell your friends about it. Yeah, hopefully I get pulled again. I've signed up once, or I've signed up twice since, that was 4 or 5 weeks ago. I don't know, at this point, all the weeks blend together. I've hit 7 mics already this week, and it just is Monday morning, Tuesday morning now. Fuck, it's like 2 or 3 in the morning. But yeah, just been trying to grind and trying to stay positive, and hopefully I can get my door guy spot back at Maggie's, because that was, you don't know what you got till it's gone. You know what I mean? But yeah, like and subscribe. Sorry that I'm rambling. If I can think of something else, I'll talk about it later. But yeah, stay off the internet, go outside. I fucking love Texas weather right now, even though it's starting to heat up a little bit. I've never seen such blue skies before I moved to Texas, is all I'm saying. Maybe it's a depression thing. Who knows? Who knows? But yeah, it barely rains here, obviously. And isn't overcast a lot, so it's different from back home. Back home, you got dreary gray. I love the gray days here, but I love the sun too. So if you're not a comic, move here. We don't need any more comics here. And that's what I'm gonna end it on. I love the comics that are here. Shout out to Ben Williams. But no more comics, move to Austin unless you're my friend. Okay, bye. Like and subscribe.